Dee's Lounge. I'm not about to read a speech. I'm just waiting to share that live stream. You guys feeling good tonight? Friday night, Dee's Lounge. Come on now. Woo! Oh, there we go. And now to share to my band page. Like Mark said, we are Golden Shoals. I live here in Nashville, just 8 minutes north up the road. Mark lives in Vancouver, British Columbia. So we don't get to play in town too often because it's as far of a commute as it is from Milwaukee. It's even farther from British Columbia. All right, now that business is out of the way. Big hand to Lemon on the sound tonight. They were working the earlier show as well. We caught the last little bit of that. They sounded great. This will definitely get the tips rolling. All right.
This is like the advertisement you gotta watch before the YouTube video. Who'd have thought thing about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? Wishing and hoping they be coming back, it's about enough to drive you mad. I've been looking for a job, but ain't none to be found for a full-time rounder or a part-time booze hound. Who'd have thought thing about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? I said, who'd have thought thing about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? Wishing and hoping they be coming back, it's about enough to drive you mad. Oh, once I had a lover, sweet as could be, now the only one I'm getting any love from is me. Who'd have thought thing about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? Once I was a little bitty baby boy, bouncing on my daddy's knee, laughing and giggling and jumping for joy, didn't know what would become of me. Who'd have thought thing about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? Wishing and hoping they be coming back, it's about enough to drive you mad. No money in my pocket, nobody in my bed. If it wasn't for dying, I wish I was dead. Who'd have thought thing about the good times could ever make you feel so bad? Show 'em what I'm talking about. Make you feel so bad. Thank you very much, folks. We're out on a tour for 6 weeks, kinda. Amy gets to come home every week, but I'm away from home for 6 weeks here, so You know, we just played in Frankfort, Kentucky yesterday, and we were out in Raleigh, North Carolina at IBMA last week, so we're getting around a little bit.
We're getting around. Lemon, one thing I forgot to check is my boost. Can I just check we don't blow out the crowd here? Cool. All right, well, this next song is a newer number we got for you guys. We're actually coming out with not one, but 2 albums next year. Yeah, that's right. You can woo for that. We've been busy. We've been really busy. We got an album of all traditional old-time music, because that's how Mark and I met, was playing traditional fiddle tunes, but we also have an album of brand new originals, and this one is going to be on it, and it features none other than Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge. Yeah, that's right. You are all in this song. And keep an ear out on that second verse. This is called Everybody's a Somebody. It's about, it's my snarky Nashville song. It's kind of a rite of passage when you live here for long enough, I think. 1, 2, 3. Pulling into the dive motel, quiet for a Friday night. There were 2 or 3 people sitting at the stools, trading business cards. A lady bought me a cigarette. I never caught her name. We had a good chat about nothing at all. I found out later she's an Opry star, and everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody in this town. Living out in the boonies is all I can afford. It's a 20-minute drive to everywhere except Dee's Country Lounge. I only go down to 12 South when I'm paid to walk some dogs. There's a golden retriever hanging with his gold records and a Taylor guitar hanging on the wall. Everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody in this town. There's bullshit and chatter climbing up the ladders just to get a call. Is that Billy String sitting at the bar? Well, I think I'm better off not caring at all. Ride my ass and I'll give you the boot. I don't care who you are. Just because you made a name for yourself don't mean you get a pass. Well, you ain't so special in your cowboy hat. Didn't anybody tell you that? Everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody in this town. Everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody in this town. Everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody. Everybody's a somebody. Thank y'all. Thanks. Yeah, who won? Great question. We're all winners here. Everybody gets a trophy at Dee's Lounge.
That's right.
For those of you just joining on the live stream, welcome. We're Golden Shoals. Or those of you just walking in the door. Part of the proceeds from the door and also from the tips, we're going to be donating to one of the organizations that's helping with the flood relief going on in western North Carolina and East Tennessee. Hopefully you've heard about it. There's not a ton of news coverage going on nationally at the moment, but it's really bad. Mark and I actually lived in Asheville, North Carolina from 2017 to 2019, off and on. It was a home base for us, and it's a region very special to us because, as we mentioned before, we came together wanting to learn about old time and bluegrass music and spent a lot of time there. We're actually going to do a tune now from North Carolina from a father and son duo named Pate and Leroy Martin. Haters will say there are no breaks in old time guitar, but Mark Kiliansky's about to prove you wrong.
Thank you so much. That's Amy Alvey on the fiddle. How about it? Amy has won many a ribbon at many, all right, love it. We got, is this for the kitchen tonight? All right, so we got word from the kitchen. $1 from every order goes to Hurricane Helene relief. So get some food. Thank you, sir. We met up in Boston many, many years ago. And we were both getting into bluegrass and old-time music. Amy grew up playing classical violin. I first picked up the guitar to play Limp Bizkit riffs. It's true. I had a 7-string Ibanez Geo, which was like the Korn, the beginner model, if you wanted to play Korn. So we were getting into this music at the same time and kind of surrounded by people who had been doing it their whole lives and a little bit insecure. But we bonded over that, and we've traveled and grown together musically and as people over the years, and glad to be out here still doing it.
Insecure in Nashville? Nobody knows about that. Not in this town. Well, Mark's going to show off some of those Limp Bizkit riffs in this next one here. His West Borland licks. We learned this song from one of our friends, Paul Brown, who lives in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He's a great song and tune collector, and he learned this one from his mom. It's called Settle Down, Settle Down, Settle Down. My mama, she told me when I was 9 years old, you ought to be a hustler, gosh darn your hard luck soul. But I got my ticket, and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle down. Nashville woman, make a gosh darn full of you. But I got my ticket, and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. I got my ticket, and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. Drive me away, but I got my ticket, and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. Settle down, settle down, settle down. I got my ticket, and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. I got my ticket, and I'll tell you what I think I'll do. I'm going down to Tampa to settle down. Mark Giliansky, woo! All right. If you're a singer and you like participating, this next one's a good one for it. The lyrics are really not hard at all. It goes ooh 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 ooh. Nailed it. All right. Bottom of the hill, just him and me, and no one else for another day of chasing sun in a foreign land. He's a traveling man. He's a traveling man. I think about it when I'm all alone, driving down on country roads, and anytime I sleep under the stars. Are you in Mexico or California, yeah? South Dakota, home on the range, never far from me. No matter where you are, here we go. Ooh, 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 ooh. 'cause he's just looking to have his fun while he still can. 'Cause I've been the cowboy in the rodeo. I've been around long enough to know that I could have him now, but holding him is like holding sand. He's a traveling man. He's a traveling man. I think about it when I'm all alone, driving down a country roads, and anytime I sleep under the stars. Are you in Mexico or California? South Dakota, home on the range, never far from me. No matter where you are, here we go. Ooh, last chance. He don't mind putting miles on his truck. 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 Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys. We've been having a good time out here. I'll remind you that our friends Chicken Wire Empire are coming up next, and we actually met them in Germany. We went on a tour called the Bluegrass Jamboree. And, we had never met before spending a month together on a bus in Germany, and we were really scared. We were like, are we going to like these guys? Are they going to be cool? Here we are. That was the end of 2019, so 5 years later, and we're still friends. It's a beautiful thing. Music and friendship. How about it? So I grew up in New Jersey. There's always one Jersey fan. Are you from Jersey? Hell yeah, man. I'm not going to ask you where, because you're probably from South Jersey and I'm from North Jersey, and then we're going to realize that we can't actually be friends, and I don't want that. Let's just pretend we're from the same town. So the first time I went out to Montana, it was mind-blowing. You know, I'm used to like skyscrapers and concrete and dumpsters, and I was working on this farm in Bozeman, Montana, and my boss brought me out one day to this beautiful field with rolling hills and the mountains off in the distance and the purple sky up above, and there were dozens and dozens of buffalo roaming around. And it's just mind-blowing coming from, I'm used to like squirrels and raccoons, and that's wildlife to me. If you saw a deer in my hometown, it was like front page news. So seeing dozens and dozens of buffalo was really amazing, and inspired this piece of cowboy existentialism right here. A little tune I like to call Old Buffalo. Look at that old buffalo roaming across the range. He got a long, long way to go, but he's ambling just the same. He don't read no calendar, he can't tell no time. He don't know the meaning of a dollar and a dime. Look at that old coyote stalking his weary prey. You know, if he don't make the kill, then he ain't gonna eat today. His belly is a rumbling, his legs are shaky and weak. It's mighty hard to catch your meat when you ain't in enough to eat. Roll on now, don't mind rolling slow. Roll on now, he ain't got far to go. Look at that old bindle stiff rambling down the track. He got everything he needs in his old gunny sack. He don't mind a lean on time or drinking the coffee cold. He got peace inside his mind and a comfort in his soul. Look at that old Wall Street boy wearing a suit and tie. He can buy anything he wants, but he's afraid to die. Money is a mean old hound, nipping him at the heels. He's digging himself a deeper grave with every crooked deal. Roll on now, I don't mind rolling slow. Roll on now, he ain't got far to go. Roll on there. Rising up at the break of dawn, sleeping on the ground. Walking in the noonday sun, it's 13 miles to town. Stranger is a welcome friend, singing a song so rare. In a land of milk and honey, you know we got enough to share. Roll on now, I don't mind rolling slow. Roll on now, he ain't got far to go. Roll on now, I don't mind rolling slow. Gotta fan him off politely. Well, Mark has razzle-dazzled you on the guitar, but he's actually gonna put that old guitar down and pick up the banjo. Y'all like banjos? Dear God, I hope so, because John Pike, the banjo player in the next band, if you don't like banjo, he's gonna change your mind, I tell you what. So we've got a bunch of CDs on the table. We've got bandanas. We've got some homemade bitters I made. And I made bitters actually because of this song we're about to play. I co-wrote this song with another Madison, Tennessee local. Her name's Rachel Bayman. Great songwriter, fiddle player. In fact, a lot of people get us confused because we both have dark brown hair and bangs and play the fiddle. So all us fiddle players look the same. But it was in 2020 when the CEO of Spotify, his name's Daniel Ek, if you need a name for the voodoo doll. He basically was on the record saying that if artists want to make it in this new streaming economy, you have to be constantly creating content. You have to be putting out a new song every 3 months. You can't just release one album every 3 to 4 years. The thing that feels quite lost on Daniel Ek is just how expensive it is to record music. I'll tell you what, about 1 million streams is about how much it costs for one song to record it in a professional way. Well, which we did a couple years ago, and our friend Thomas Brian Eaton, who's here tonight, actually recorded it. So we're gonna send this out to him and Tess. So anyways, you know, it's about a lot of things. It's obviously about my grudge with Spotify. It's also, you know, speaks to the career switch ideation I was having during the pandemic. Because as musicians, our jobs were some of the first to go and the last to really come back. I mean, some people even say it's not even back to what it once was. So this song is called Bitter, and I hope you enjoy it. Now behind me, conveniently hidden from sight. For the time and the money, it would almost be funny if I could just sleep
pay. But I found no meaning, nothing to believe in, just men getting rich in my shade. Now I'm bitter as they come, bitter as the cold northern sun. I'm a quitter, easy said and done. At the end of the day, I lay down my gun. I've been used like a jukebox and placed like a stage prop. I've shouldered it all and walked on. The drum I was beating has lost all its meaning. How hard in my heart has become. Bitter is as bitter does. Once it was written, the machine had grown smitten, and Rolling Stone said that I would go far. But the dog still needs feeding, and with ends hardly meeting, I stopped counting on my lucky stars. Now I'm bitter as they come, bitter as the cold northern sun. I'm a quitter, easy said and done. At the end of the day, I lay down my gun. Now I'm bitter, I'm bitter. Now I'm bitter, I'm bitter.
Thank you very much. Amy actually brewed her own bitters in honor of that song. Did you mention that?
I did at the beginning, but we'll say it again. You know, the joke is that as most musicians know, the longer we do this, the closer we're getting to like these traveling snake oil salesmen. When we're like, I've got bitters, I made hot sauce, socks, hats. You know, we're just becoming the traveling department store because nobody has CD players anymore. Actually, how many people do have CD players here still? Okay, a couple. All right, well, we'll be seeing you guys at the merch table.
How about record players? Who's got a record player? All right. We don't have any records at the moment, but we will. We're going to do a song that we learned. We like to say we learned it off of 45, but we played it back at 78 speed. It's this old Delmore Brothers song, Blue Railroad Train, which you might know if you're a Tony Rice fan. But it's originally written and performed by the Delmore Brothers. They actually wrote it for Jimmy Rogers, but Jimmy Rogers died before he could record it. So the Delmores did it, and it's dope as hell. And yeah, we're gonna really crank it up for you.
I love how you described it. You're like, the Delmore Brothers recording is like the original lo-fi, chill-fi. God help us all. Woohoo! Railroad train. Woohoo! Railroad train. Blue railroad train coming down the railroad track. Makes me feel so doggone blue. Listen to that old smokestack. Come back again. Let me hear the whistle blow. Taking the sun, leaving the rain, and I hate to see you go. Blue
railroad train, leaving me far behind. Give me back the good old days, let me ramble down the line. Blue railroad train, leaving me all alone. Treat me good, treat me bad, you're making me think of home. I've got the blues, longing for your company. Spending a mile from where I am to the only one for me. It's lonely here, waiting on the manifest. I hope the engineer is kind enough to let me be his guest. I'm not as bad as you might think I am. Hobo here, hobo there, travel these states around. Blue railroad train, good old pal to me. Takes me where I wanna go, and my transportation's free. Woohoo! Railroad train. Woohoo! Railroad train. Blue railroad train, blue railroad train, blue railroad train. Thank you very much.
Check 1, 2. There we are. We faked out.
That song was so good, it must be their last song, right? Believe it or not, it's gonna get better. It's not gonna get faster, but it is gonna get better. 5-day weekend, we might have to do that. I don't know. So, but this song is one I wrote about New Orleans, and it's, we're really thinking again. We're fundraising for North Carolina and East Tennessee here tonight, and this is a song about New Orleans, and it's all the beautiful music and culture that comes from there, but also how it's really vulnerable to intensifying storms as the land sinks constantly because of the infrastructure that colonizers have built. So we play this song about New Orleans, but it's really the same sentiment is going out to North Carolina and Tennessee, Kentucky, and Southeast Virginia tonight. Way down yonder in the land of dreams, where Lord Jelly Roll syncopated, where the Spanish and the French and the Africans mingled, but the Chittimacha antedated. Like the moss-covered vines and the tall sugar pines, the second line will make you sway. But the way we've been going, it won't last for too long, and we will miss it till our dying day. So let the rich men turn to paupers, and the beggars to kings and queens. 'Cause I don't wanna live in a world where there ain't no New Orleans. The Mississippi roamed free for 10,000 years, and so did the buffalo. The French built the levees to keep it out the quarter, so the lower ninth is sinking like a stone. The river made the land a little while ago, just a few thousand years. If the banks of the river come up above the levee, I'll be drowning in a sea of tears. So let the rich men turn to paupers, and the beggars to kings and queens. 'Cause I don't wanna live in a world where there ain't no New Orleans. Do you remember Betsy back in 65, or Mill in 69? The Gulf is getting higher and higher every year, and the water's getting warmer all the time. There was Hurricane Ivan in 2004, Katrina back in 05. There's another one coming, and it won't be long, and you'll be lucky if you make it out alive. So let the rich men turn to paupers, and the beggars to kings and queens. 'Cause I don't wanna live in a world cats wanna go live on Mars and leave the rest of the world behind. Let the whole damn show go down while the politicians squabble over nickels and dimes. Crying won't help you, your thoughts are worthless. Praying won't do you no good. When the puncher train's banks come up above the levee, baby, you got to move. So let the rich men turn to paupers and the beggars to kings and queens. 'Cause I don't wanna live in a world where there ain't no New Orleans. I said let the rich men turn to paupers, the beggars to kings and queens. 'Cause I don't wanna live in a world where there ain't no New Orleans.
All right, we got just a couple more songs for you guys. We were going to invite Jordan up to the stage, man. We don't really see him, and his bass isn't plugged in, but don't worry. At the end of the chicken wire set, we'll all get nice and cozy up here. This one's called Southside. Southside, meet me in the grass, sitting under the shade. Southside, meet me at 2 o'clock, don't be late. Don't you keep me waiting all day, just to come back crawling into bed with me. I'll leave you in the morning. Sun's out, better bring your guns, won't you show me your teeth? Sun's out, so tell me all your secrets and I promise I'll keep. Well, come on, baby, don't be shy. Got my 2 ears ready and an open heart, there's nothing left to hide. Hound dog, itching at the collar just to get that bone. Bullfrog, moonlight shining, can't you hear him moan? Don't you keep me loose on your chain. Love me like you know you should, or set me free to love another. Cigarette hanging out of your mouth. Back porch, I'm backing up the wagon and I'm heading south. Don't it feel good to drive? Music blasting and the windows down, and you no longer on my mind. Don't you keep me waiting all night, just to come back crawling into bed with me. I'm leaving in the morning. All right, we got one more song for y'all, and then Chicken Wire's gonna come set up, do their thing. How many of you guys are excited for Chicken Wire Empire? All right. This is their second time playing Nashville, I believe, but their first time gracing the D stage. So please do show your support. They're coming all the way from Milwaukee. They've got some merch at the table, so do we. And in honor of them,
they're really nervous, so make them feel at home. We're going to do a tune called The Milwaukee Blues from Charlie Poole. It's our newest single out on Spotify and everywhere else. It's on Bandcamp. You can pay for it. One Tuesday morning and it looked like rain. Around the curve came the passenger train. Down on the blind was old Bill Jones. He's a good old hobo and he's trying to get home. Trying to get home. He's trying to get home. He's a good old hobo and he's trying to get home. Oh, way down in Georgia on the tramp, the roads are getting muddy and the leaves are getting damp. Tried to catch a freight train to leave that town, but they don't allow no hobos hanging around. Hanging around. Yeah, hanging around. Well, they don't allow no hobos hanging around. How about fiddlers? I guess we'll let you stay. I left Atlanta for the break of day. The brakeman said you're gonna have to pay. I got no money, so upon my shoes I'm trying to head west. Got the Milwaukee blues, the Milwaukee blues. I got the Milwaukee blues. I'm trying to head west, got the Milwaukee blues. Come on now. Oh, Bill Jones said before he died there were two more roads I would like to ride. The fireman said, what can they be? The Southern Pacific and the Santa Fe. He said the Santa Fe. He said the Santa Fe. Said the Southern Pacific and the Santa Fe. Well, old Bill Jones said before he died, fix the road so the boats can ride. Oh, when they ride, they will ride the rides. They will put their faith in the hands of God, in the hands of God, in the hands of God, in the hands of God. They will put their faith in the hands of God. Thank you, folks. We got Amy Alvey on the fiddle right there.
That's Mark Kiliansky on the guitar. We're Golden Shoals. Look us up on social media. Lemon, thank you so much. Adam at the door. Stick around for a mind-blowing set from Chicken Wire.